Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Destiny video. Today I'm going to be doing a quick breakdown of my Aurra Sing, Bala-Tik, and Stormtrooper deck. It's kind of based on Bala Jango Trooper as well as Veer's Bala Night Sister. So we've taken out blue though, so we went with Aurra Sing. We're running just a single die on each of these. So we're running Aurra Sing at 14 points, running Bala-Tik at 8, and running Stormtrooper at 7. So we have Aurra Sing, 10 health, 1 rage, 2 rage, 2 rage, disrupt, resource, blank. And before you resolve this die, you may discard a card from your hand to increase its value by 1. So of course all the damage sides, if you use that ability, become 2s or 3s. So it will be 2 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. And then again, 10 health. Yeah, Bala-Tik, 8 health, 1 rage, plus 2 rage, focus, shield, resource, and blank. And after an opponent's character is defeated, you may ready this character. Aurra Sing's ability will most often get his ability to trigger. If she defeats a character, you can ready Bala-Tik. And then First Order Stormtrooper, 1 range damage, 2 range damage, 2 range damage for a resource, resource and 2 blanks. And our battlefield is the Rebel War Room. Resolve, claim, or after you claim it, resolve one of your dice. If it has a resource cost, you do not have to pay it. And there's quite a few dice that have resource costs in this deck. So a Stormtrooper has a resource cost, as well as some of the weapons have resource costs as well. So if you claim that, we can resolve one of those dice without having to pay that resource. Into our upgrades, we have 2 armor plating. 1 resource, before the attached character takes damage, you may block up to 2 of the damage, then discard this upgrade from play. Probably going to throw this on characters that we want to keep alive longer and potentially give them more health. So this essentially brings Bala-Tik up to 8 health if you play it on him, brings Stormtroopers up to 9, and brings Aurra Sing up to 12. So armor plating, you have 2 Hunker Down, 0 resources. If the attached character takes melee damage, you discard this upgrade. As an action, you can exhaust it to give the character a shield. Just a little bit of survivability on our characters there. We have 2 promotion, so 1 resource. Red characters only, so you can only throw it on the Stormtrooper. But it has +1 range, +1 melee, focus, shield, resource, blank. Again, red characters only, and after you play this upgrade, you may draw a card. So you get card draw, and it also is a nice cheap upgrade, very good early in the game, and also works well to upgrade later in the game with more expensive weapons. Into our guns, we of course have 2 Holdout Blasters, 2 resources, has ambush and redeploy, so you can take another action after you play it, and if the character that has the gun is defeated, you can move it to another character. And then, of course, 1 range, 2 range for a resource, +2 range, shield, resource, and blank. And there's another one of those cards that has the resource cost. So, battlefield, if we claim it on this, we can get that 2 range damage without having to pay the resource. We have 2 D8-17 blasters as well, 1 resource, 1 range, 2 range for a resource, +2 range, shield, and 2 blanks. Again, a very good upgrade early in the game, which you can overwrite later, and another upgrade that we can use with the Rebel War Room. We have 2 F-11D Rifles, 2 resources, has redeploy, so we can move it to a different character if that character gets defeated. 2 range for a resource, again, we can use that with the Rebel War Room, +1 range, +2 range, resource, special, and blank, and the special is force an opponent to deal 2 damage to their characters, distributing it as they wish. And then we have 2 Ascension Gun, 2 resources, 1 range, 2 range, focus, 2 discard for a resource, a special, and a blank. And special is use the ability on a battlefield that is not being used but was brought to the game as if you had just claimed it. So if we lose the battlefield, if they're not playing on the Rebel War Room, I can use a special on this to get the effect of the Rebel War Room and resolve another die that has a resource cost without having to pay it. That's the Ascension Gun, and finally we have 2 Jetpacks. 2 resources, +2 range, +3 range, 1 disrupt, 2 shields, special and blank, and the special is remove a die showing melee damage and give the attached character 1 shield. Into our supports and upgrades, or supports and events I should say. So we have 2 backup muscle, 1 resource, place 3 damage counters on it. As an action, you can exhaust it to move and counter to an opponent's character, and it ignores shields. 2 of the backup muscle. Into the events, we have 2 Electroshock, One resource, spot a yellow character to remove a die showing a value of 2 or lower. Kind of a staple in yellow decks. You have 2 He Doesn't Like You, 0 resources, remove one of your dice to remove an opponent's die. Again, a staple in yellow villain decks. Next, we have 2 Relentless Pursuit. This is a new card which I really like a lot, especially with Bala-Tik. So, 0 resources, move up to 2 damage from an opponent's character to another character. This ignores shields. So, if you have your opponents have a character that's almost defeated, and they have another character that has, let's just say, 2 damage on it, you can move the 2 damage off of the one character, the character that's almost defeated, moving the damage over, thus defeating the character, and then you get to ready Bala-Tik. So we have 2 Relentless Pursuits there. You're running 2 Flank, 1 resource. Play only if you have more ready characters than an opponent. Remove one of that opponent's dice. You have 2 Tactical Mastery. It's a staple in red villain deck. So 1 resource, spot a rare character, take up to 2 additional actions. And then we are running 1 dodge, and 1 block. So 2 resources each, and dodge removes range damage dice from your opponent, and block removes melee damage. So depending on what kind of deck you're playing against, you may get use out of one of these, and whatever one you don't play, or whatever kind of damage your opponents aren't running, you can use that to get a reroll. So the thing with the deck is dishing out a lot of damage with Aurra Sing and her ability, possibly also the Stormtrooper, and maybe Bala. Bala can do some damage as well. But Aurra Sing and the Stormtrooper are probably going to be hitting harder, and they will then allow Bala-Tik to be ready. And then if he has upgrades on him, he can you can roll him again, do more damage and things like that. We have upgrades in here to keep Bala-Tik alive, such as the armor plating and the Hunker Down, and then the Jetpack as well. So if he has a Jetpack on him, you can remove melee damage, which would also then possibly prevent Hunker Down from being discarded, and he'll also get shields. And then just events to remove and mitigate dice. So we have Electroshocks, He Doesn't Like You. Again, Relentless Pursuit is really interesting with Bala-Tik because it is a way to get him to re-ready. And then just basic other events. So we have more characters in this. We can play Flank, and then there's Block and Dodge. It's a pretty fun deck. I'm probably going to do another video where I playtest the deck, probably against my Kylo and Dooku deck, because my Kylo Dooku deck is very consistent. So it's probably like my favorite deck to test against, because if a deck does well against that Kylo Dooku deck, then I think the deck is generally probably pretty good. But that is my Aurra, Bala, and Stormtrooper deck. There'll be a deck list in the description. Also, remember, you have until April 22nd to register for my Rey starter set giveaway. So I'll leave a link in the description. Watch the video, leave a comment, fill out the form with your favorite character from Star Wars Destiny, and we'll be giving away that starter set probably next week. On the 22nd, I'll do the drawing and then get the deck mailed out probably in the next week. So that's going to do it for today's video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care.